Back from Eternal Weekend, it's time for more vintage donation deck lists. Our good friend Chestnut here has a mono white initiative deck, but it's actually workshops. All right, welcome back, vintage gamers, to the first stream of vintage following Eternal Weekend. I am doing a bunch of other streaming for my Box TFT tournament, but this will be the first vintage content we put together following the recap video. So it's a Wednesday night normal stream. It is a deck donation list from our good friend Chestnut. Chestnut is a big fan of Oswald Fiddlebender. I also really like this card. This is a card I played with on stream quite a few times. It is a bit of a birthing pod for artifacts. For a white and tapping it, you can sack an artifact, search your library for an artifact card that has a mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrifice artifact's mana value and put that onto the battlefield. So tutor through your library and go up the chain from 0 to 6. Notably searching for things like Manifold Key Time Vault, very strong. Turning a Crucible Worlds into a One Ring, turning a One Ring into a Golos or a Paradox Engine, or in this case, a Bronze Guardian. Bronze Guardian is actually a card that saw some reasonable amount of vintage play in 2022. It is a very large and in charge beat stick. It is a star 5 ward creature where its power is equal to the number of artifacts you control, and it double strikes. So this thing kills very fast and is actually quite hard to kill. If you've ever tried to Swords Plowshares a Patchwork Automaton, it is the same kind of ward 2, and it gives all your other artifacts ward 2 as other artifacts ward 2 as well. So it's actually quite a hard thing to kill, and it's going to clock your opponent very quickly. I'm not 100% sure if 5 Bronze Guardians is the right number of Bronze Guardians, but we're going to try 5 today, as the donation deck list had, or sorry, 4, I guess there are not 5. There are 4, because you can only play 4 cards in your Magic deck. It is a 5 cost. I don't know if 4 is the right number, but we're going to play 4 because that's what Chess wanted to play. So this is a Mishra's Workshop deck playing artifacts out ahead of curve. It is kind of a traditional workshop deck in the sense that we do have our spheres of resistance, our Thorn of Amethyst, and our Trinisphere to go inside of our Wasteland Strip Mine Mishra's Workshop package. Obviously, we get to use Urza Saga in this deck to make large constructs, and hopefully he fix us for white, as these Oswald Fiddlebenders and Bronze Guardians need some little help paying for the white mana. We do have a little help paying for the white mana with a 1 Mox Opal, as well as 4 Tomes. This is a card we have played on stream as well. This is the initiative tome. So when it enters the battlefield, you gain the initiative. When you have the initiative, it taps for 2 instead of tapping for 1. And if you actually complete your dungeon, you get to get some extra cards every turn. So as Chestnut says, we are basically playing mono white initiative. Wait, no, that's boring. We are playing cool mono white initiative. All right, that's all I have. We've got some different artifact things that we can tutor up in the sideboard. Some anti-bizarre hate, some anti-combo hate in the form of a pile of Mindbreak traps. And of course, we do have the One Ring as a powerful... we have the One Ring and the Paradox Engine as a powerful way to get ahead in cards. So, will this deck succeed? I don't know. Let's see in this Vintage League. Are you interested in weekly vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my vintage content. Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. Okay, here we go. Round 1. Whoa, this thing is glowing. What? This is what is this? When you have priority that glows, a little dot. Okay. I've been distracted like a cat, basically. All right, what do we got? We've got turn 1, Lodestone Golem plus Wasteland. Sure. We accept these. I don't know. I kind of like it. We'll see. It's very distracting. I'm pretty easily distracted, so I'm not sure about this yet, but that's true. That's true. We have an all old frame hand here. I don't think this hand is like amazing. It does need some help off the top. It certainly isn't going to cast an Oswald or a Bronze Guardian, but we do play the turn one restricted Golem, who is quite powerful. So, and obviously a following up with a Strip Mine pairs well with attacks. So, yeah, of course, right? Yeah, that's exactly it. If you resolve this Golem here, you're in a good spot. It's hard to pass up this kind of hand usually. Imagine if we draw like Paradox Engine. Maybe we could go Paradox Engine Time Vaulting. Draw a key? Sure, draw a key. Did we put a key in our deck though? I trusted Chess to put a key in the deck. We do. We have a key. We also have an engine. An engine is like a key. You laugh, but I'm the one who like failed to put Time Walk in my Yuriko deck, so only the single like best card with with the single best restricted card in the deck. All right, opponent is thinking about mulligans. They've got a mull to 6 currently. So yeah, we're back from Eternal Weekend. Eternal Weekend obviously went fantastic. Make sure you check out that video if you haven't already. I talk about my trip and all the cool things I saw, all the cool people we saw, and some magic. It was fun. It was a great trip. I can't be unhappy. And man, I don't know. It's just been like I've been rolling on a solid 2 weeks basically, where I had a great trip into coming back, and I'm invited to this huge TFT tournament where all the people are super. The people in my TFT tournament who I'm playing versus are just the coolest people. I swear. It's like legendary Cloud9 jungler Meteos, #1 Pokemon content creator Wolfie, the Minecraft guy with like millions of Twitter followers. What's his name? 5up. So I'm so stoked about the TFT tournament, and like following that right after like a really successful vintage trip out to Europe is just like it just feels like a huge win after win. So I don't know. I'm really happy right now. It's good. Yo, what is going on? Thorn of Wrath. Unfortunately, Thorn had to face my wrath on my way to the top 8. But we had a fun match on camera. If you haven't checked out any of the coverage from Eternal Weekend, make sure you check out on ZD MTG on Twitch. The videos should still be there of all of Legacy and Vintage coverage provided to you by our good friend Anurag. So if you're interested in watching some Paper Vintage and Paper Legacy, there's 2 full days worth of content over on that channel. My opponent is here for what it's worth. They have accepted their mulligan to 5, and now we begin. This thing is just spinning like crazy. Can we turn this off? Is it possible? Anyone know? I I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. I don't know if this is for me. All right, we got a resolving Lodestone Golem. You do love to see that. Let's see what our opponent has for us. I think we're actually really well set up against Bazaar. We have a Strip Mine, and the Lodestone is already resolved. Well, Mox Jet's pretty good against Lodestone Golem. So is Sol Ring. We have Saga covered, though, so... They have no land follow-up. Jet, Sol Ring, go. Maybe they have a Vampiric Tutor. I need action. That's a sweet one, actually. That's a good draw, right? That's gonna be pressure. It's gonna fix my mana for white in case we draw a white spell. It's a sweet one for sure. All right. Well, I feel pretty good now. This is gonna make our Lodestone huge. 7/5 plus trap. not strip mine. No, I want to hold the strip mine. I don't want to show them strip mine. I'd rather put this plains in play, which allows me to play. I just don't think I want to show them strip mine. Like if I show them strip mine, they'll never play like a saga here, right? But if they if they invest into like a saga for turn, right? Then you get to strip mine them. Like I don't think keeping them off of like the one colorless mana from saga matters. Oh, it's mono white initiative. I see. Oh, it's oops all spells. Am I dead? They can't kill me through a lodestone, right? Well, they're gonna kill me next turn through a lodestone. So I guess we're gonna go to the Lost Well and try to win the game. All right, we need help. Any keys in the Lost Well? Urza Saga is a key. Unfortunately, it's too late. I don't know. I think it just has to be key, right? Or else we just are dead on the spot. A Trinisphere, maybe? No, a Trinisphere still loses. Unfortunately, my opponent just had all artifact mana, no like Dark Ritual or anything. All right, need a key. Drew another Mishra's Workshop. All right, well, that's oops all spells for you. I guess the good news is we have 4 Mindbreak traps in our sideboard. And 4 Leyline of the Voids. We're gonna have to make sure we board all the right cards, but yeah. Yeah, this hand was really good. It just wasn't good against this draw exactly. They just had too much artifact mana. I think there's also Graph Digger's Cage. There's also Needle. Yeah, we have a sideboard that's probably like a million cards deep. Just gonna make sure my opponent has. So there's a Therapy, a Dread Return, and a Thassa's Oracle. Okay. Yeah, I mean, went pretty well for my opponent. Nah, I wouldn't bring in Steel Hellkite. That doesn't seem necessary. I feel like I'm lagging like crazy, though. I am just lagging like crazy, huh? Oh, it's Chrome? Oh, there's a lot of things running. Hold on. Let me try to save myself real quick here. Oh, League is like, no, how dare you exit out? Why are you reloading? I just closed you. So confused. I just like reloaded the entire screen for no reason. All right, I'm gonna close chat real quick too, and we're gonna just get everything back up and running, and then we'll be good to go here. Oh, I need to buy a new computer. Okay, so for sideboarding, we have 4 Mindbreak traps, 4 Leyline of the Void. I think I also need to just restart Magic Online too, it looks like. I have no idea what we're gonna cut. We're gonna have to cut like a million things. And a needle, and a null rod, and a cage. Just yeah. So I'm gonna cut like all of our like combo oriented stuff. I'm just going to cut rid of like all of this random stuff. I just want control cards. No. The creatures are to clock my opponent. I don't know if I want tomes. I don't actually. I don't know if a ring is actually better than a tome or not. I just want all my lock pieces and a clock. So I actually think that the Guardians are better. Though these Oswalds, I don't know. Oswald getting a... I don't know. I might not have enough white mana if I cut that. I might just try this. Something like this. I don't know. I don't really feel like a steel Hellkite is what I need, but it's not the worst. Just one cage is not enough hate. This has a sphere. This has an Oswald into a sphere into an Oswald into a sphere, right? Jet, Soul Ring, Oswald, sphere. That's probably good enough. And then we can just like change all these into hate pieces. Or like go up to Null Rod if we even wanted to. This assumes like a sphere is enough to stop my opponent, but we'll see what happens. Like they can just have a Force of Will for my sphere and I die, right? Or do I have enough mana to cast? I don't know. I guess we have to like bait with Oswald anyways, right? I could technically cast my Oswald through the sphere, but kind of want the sphere to resolve more. Oh, that is a blue mana. I'm just like so used to making blue mana off of Mox Opals. Yo, what's up, 90s MG? I mean, they're pausing like they have Force of Will, right? Like they would never. Yep, Force of Will, pitch Force of Will. I don't know if this is actually better for us though. Like it might have been better for us to get Sphere forced and then like resolve Oswald, right? Because like if they like just play through the Sphere, they played through the Lodestone. I guess Sphere is a lot better than Lodestone, but in terms of like stopping their fast mana situation. I don't have a clock, but they don't have any mana, so I guess the Sphere is good. I feel like if we had resolved Oswald, we would have like turned this Soul Ring into another Sphere, and then turned like this Mox into a needle and cage and something like that. All right. So the second Sphere is great. That means they are like never casting spells. They need to find 2 lands. Yeah, they're gonna concede. Such is the game when you play with all spells. I'm not sure about these rings. I think this Oswald's fine. As long as I can cast the Oswald, it's fine. I mean, maybe it's better to have Volkey and then rings, actually. Rings are just like super slow, right? Oh, wait, that's not Volkey. I put a Wormcoil engine in. Ooh, quick, 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 quick. Oh. All right, well, we have a Time Vault, but no key, and we have a Wormcoil instead. It's just like super lagging. I'll try to fix it after this game. I think I just had MTG open all day is probably the reason. So what do you think about this hand, Chess? I have just a ley line, but I also have turn 1 Oswald. I think this is probably fine. Keep. Yeah, my opponent had 0 lands last game. It's true. Wits End. If we're going to play Painter again in the big event, what would be some must-have sideboard cards? Whoa, excuse me. I don't know. I need to know. I thought my painter sideboard was so bad. I didn't really play against the things I think my sideboard was geared for, which is pretty lucky, obviously. But I don't know. I got to talk to the experts and figure out what actually needs to be in my sideboard. I'm gonna get on a call with Callum and Julian and figure it out. My opponent has mulligan to 4 cards, such is the nature of their deck, of course, but this 4 cards into a ley line should be good for us. Am I going to make any further changes to my oath list before Eternal Weekend NA? I think that's likely. I can't imagine I'll just have the exact same 75, but I don't think I also don't think there'll be that big of changes. It's a little rough that it's okay. We chilled out. We had some fun. All right, let's see. What do we got? Mana Crypt. I mean, if they play turn 1 Jar Belcher, we are going to lose to that. All right, they did not have a Jar Belcher. So we can just get a Null Rod and win this game. This is why I think this is like a pretty convincing argument just to have like at least a Null Rod in the 75. Like obviously our deck doesn't want to have a Null Rod, but like it's going to just be so good all the time against some certain decks, right? I mean, in this case, we'll probably have to get Pithing Needle, but because Null Rod costs 2. Cheers. Oh, wait. They had Force Pitch Narcomoeba. Okay, so they just have mana now. Okay. There is a Null Rod in the 75, but the initial list that Chess sent me did not have a Null Rod. When I do the donation deck list, I usually do a little back and forth with whoever sends the deck list and try to you know, put my thoughts into improving the deck before we even play. So. All right. Well, I don't have 4 mana, so I can't actually play anything. Yeah, Mox Opal not the best Magic card, but it's, I think, important to have in your deck where you're trying to play colorful spells in your Shops deck. That's a good draw, though. We're just gonna go rings and things here. The Bronze Guardian, I think I'd rather just have this ring online. The Bronze Guardian is not gonna kill them fast enough that this ring isn't gonna... Mother... Like... No, I don't think it's unreasonable to play the Bronze Guardian here, but I just think having a single ring a turn earlier means you draw so many more cards, right? And this thing would only be a 1, 2, 3. It'd only be 6 damage, and it would only be 8 damage if I had another thing in play. Yo, thanks, Lavo. It was fun to hang out. All right, now we're cooking here. Now we are cooking. So now it's going to kill my opponent for sure. But like, I think the ring is, I don't know. I think the ring was worth playing. All right, this thing is going to 1-tap my opponent. It's going to deal 12 damage. It's going to deal a lot more than 12 damage because we have the ring drawing us a million more cards here. Like, there's no way this Bronze Guardian was going to be lethal this turn unless... Because I drew 2 artifacts, right? So it would have been 8 damage, right? All right, take 14. Without even drawing. We did it. Okay, round 2, let's battle. Wormcoil, Crucible Lock. I've got a Crucible Lock with a Saga and a Wasteland. It's probably a keep. Kind of depends on what we're playing against, right? The good news is they don't know if I have a Wasteland or not with the Crucible on the stack. So if they like, they kind of have to counter it without full information if they think they're gonna get Wasteland locked. Oh, you know what I'm playing against? I don't know what I'm playing against. I'm going in here blind. All right, no Luris, so let's go blind Crucible. How does that make you feel, opponent? Resolvers. I'm gonna put the Ruby in play just in case I get Lavinia or something. Obviously, this exposes me harder to Force of Vigor, but these are the things you got to think about. If my opponent plays a basic, I still have a Saga on my next turn. If I draw like a Moxen, then I can actually play a Worm Coil as well. So this could be a weird game. But my opponent could also just go, you know, Dark Ritual, Doomsday, kill you. Dark Ritual, Beseech, kill you. Mox, Mana Crypt, Island, Tinker, kill you. Oath, kill you. There's a lot of ways this can go wrong. Sensei's Top is not a good sign for the home team here. Sensei's Top is not a card that is typically used in fair decks in the current state of Vintage. The good news is we got infinite Saga answers, right? I don't really mind the Worm Coil in the main. I think it's nice to be able to get it in your ring deck, but it does feel a little awkward. Oh my. My opponent is just murdering us. What kind of desktop is that? Isn't that inappropriate for Twitch? No, I don't really think it is. Don't know in what world that would be the case. Oh, I have to wasteland my opponent, unfortunately, because I'm just too far behind here. Correct. It is Wednesday night. I have decided to do our Wednesday night stream. Dress down. Sure. So I'm thinking it's probably Beseech, which is really bad for this current hand. This hand is very, very bad against the Beseech at the moment. Weaves are inappropriate. Worm Coil, notably not a good card against Tendrils of Agony. Not really. Like, they're gonna get enough Storm to kill us through Worm Coil hits. Alright, Island Cycler. They can get a basic island. Card's broken. Card's so good. They got an Underground Sea? No fear. Does that mean I'm dead? If they tinker, I'm dead. Wait. Why are we getting an Underground Sea? I guess this does cycle so they can look at new cards. Is NA Eternal Weekend this weekend? No. This weekend is Japan's Eternal Weekend, and then the following weekend is Four Seasons, and then the weekend after that is NA Eternal Weekend. So I'm very happy that NA Eternal Weekend is a couple of weeks out, so I can play in that box TFT tournament. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of deck lists come out of Japan this weekend. That'll be fun. Hopefully our good friend Eric will do well. Eric, you're going, I assume. Oh wait, Eric's not in chat. Eric is in the other thing. The other chat. All right, my opponent time walked. I don't know. We kept a hand that did not have a sphere, which is not something I typically advise any workshop player do. And immediately paid for it by playing against the combos. Could I repeat what's for dinner? I do not know what's for dinner. I have not decided that yet. Waiting for Nick's to come home. Yeah, kind of sideboard cards too strong. Also, like, our opponent just kind of mulliganed and didn't do anything powerful. We didn't really play sideboard cards either. Like, we played a ley line in the third game, but in the second game, we just played two spheres and they couldn't play any Moxen or anything, so. No, I'm good. Thanks. Thanks, Oct. Does it mean we're getting tinkered? What's happening? I don't understand. Just kill us. Put us out of our misery. So what are we bringing in? We're bringing in Mindbreak Traps and Null Rod, maybe? This is Tinker, right? Ancestral? Opponent, you had Tinker! Oh, no. No, 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 no. Opponent. Always demonic for Tinker. Ancestral, weak magic card. Tinker, strong magic card. I really don't feel like these Urza Saga is going to get the job done, so I'm just going to keep wastelanding my opponent and hope they just have nothing. I don't know. No, I don't think the Wormcoil is good here. I think wastelanding my opponent's better. I think we are at like a 2% chance to win this game. Winning this game would be absurd. Our game plan just does not line up well against multiple Moxin Sensei's top restricted blue cards. Like countering Storm with life gain is not an effective strategy. Oh, that's not a thing. Saga Gaming. My opponent's deck is like really bad at mana, right? So it's actually like really good to keep them off mana. Like here, I actually think it's better for us to wasteland this C, keep them off mana, and then they can... so they're going to chain my Crucible and then counter it on the way back down. That's fine. Drawing another Saga is not ideal. We've just drawn lands every turn this game. None of these are the lands that I added to the deck, though, so these are just normal. Yeah, force pitching Transmute Artifact. Unlucky. All right. Well, it's not ideal. Island? They had a basic island the whole time? Wild. Well, I think we'll be fine versus Constructs. I guess they can go get their Sensei's top back with this Saga, though. I feel like I just play Academy Wormcoil here because this still lets me make a Saga token next turn, and it's just a better use of my mana, right? Yo, thanks, Chris. There is actually no world in which we're ever supposed to win this game, but maybe we get lucky. No, what the? They have everything. Just get a Tinker. They're just gonna get Volkey. They're gonna get Tinker, and then they're gonna get a key, and then they're gonna Tinker for Time Vault. And that's so sad, man. The fact that my opponent got Ancestral this game instead of Tinker, maybe they had Citadel in their hand. Maybe they had Citadel in their hand. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They cast all the best cards in Vintage this game. They cast Ancestral, Demonic, Tinker, Mystical Tutor, Force of Will. Tinker is an auto win. Volkey is an auto win with Mana Crypt because they found a Tinker with their Mystical Tutor. They will tinker away their Mana Crypt and they will no longer have a Mana Crypt. Unlucky. Not unlucky. I think we probably just kept a bad hand. It's like a little unfortunate because we're in the blind, right? So it's hard to make that call. But typically you shouldn't be keeping Shop's hands without sphere resistances in them. So it's kind of on me. All right. So my opponent is on a... Probably bring in Cage, Null Rod, and some amount of Mind Break Traps. I don't know. Why do we have 4 Mind Break Traps on our sideboard? Mind Break Trap is not a 4 of. I don't know why we have 4 Mind Break Traps on our sideboard. You want me to bring in 4 Mind Break Traps? Why? You're wild, man. All right. It's Chess's deck. We'll bring in 4 Mind Break Traps. I'll have you know, Chess, I think this is a terrible plan. What are we taking out? Mind Break Trap is just like it's gonna be a dead card so often. Bronze Guardians. It's probably Bronze Guardians here. It's not like Oops All Spells where we can just take out, like, it's gonna be a little bit of a different kind of game than playing against Oops All Spells. Proofs. Golos. Yeah, Golos does not seem very good here either. We'll go like this. Bringing in the Null Rod into our One Ring deck is excellent deck building, but that's on me. I just want to be able to tutor for it when we need it. All right, 4 Mind Break Trap. We're doing it live. Yeah, I think Wasteland Crucible is extremely strong against my opponent's deck. I'm so happy that I have 3 Mind Break Traps in my opening hand, Chess. I appreciate what you've done for me. All right, this is a much better one. This hand's actually pretty sweet. We can just keep 1 workshop. We can go. Oh, I guess. I guess we already have the cage. I guess we'd rather just go workshop cage, and then next turn we can go Saga Tome. I don't think playing the Saga is better, because I want to play this Tome out next turn, so... That's my favorite. Sautarix. Oh, man. Soul Ring, Saga. Don't have a Wasteland. Ring's going to be pretty good, though. I'm not going to play the Ring right here. I'm going to play the Tome first. Thanks, Kai. It was good to see you this weekend. Welcome, Legacy gamers. We're currently putting commander cards in play. I don't know, Chess Knight. Like, this Mind Break Trap maybe just won't be castable the entire game. I feel like 2 Mind Break Trap is the maximum number of Mind Break Traps I'd want to play. They're like against Oops All Spells, 4 Mind Break Traps for sure. Like Oops All, that's fine. But against like these like, I don't know, less all in combo decks. That's a fair point. That's a very valid point. But it's not like other decks. Yeah, I mean we don't have Force of Will, so it's definitely better. Yeah. Any brews with broadside bombers? I haven't done that yet, but we probably will. Like this Mind Break Trap, man. This Mind Break Trap is so bad. It just doesn't do anything. So unfortunately, my opponent had the best card against us here, which was Time Walk, because they're going to take the initiative. I was going to try to protect the initiative with my One Ring active trigger, but unfortunately, my opponent took an extra turn, which is a bit more powerful than anything we're doing here. They're not making another construct. Nice. Though they did find an island, which means they don't get an island off the initiative, but eventually they're going to scry 2 next turn, so... Oh, I'm just getting Vault Keyed? Through... Yeah, oh, cool. Sick. Awesome. Nice Mind Break Trap. Yo, thanks, Bar. We're gonna have fun. I played some off-stream games today and caught back up on the ladder, so we're in a good spot. Cool. Glad we have Mind Break Trap. What's a better card? 4 Null Rods. All right. Well, that was unfun, but that's what happens when you play shops against Tinker, for sure. Okay, round 3. I've got a workshop hand. We keep. Any surprises coming out of Eternal Weekend? I don't think there were any surprises in Vintage. I don't think there were any real brews or anything. There was a black-green unpowered deck that went 4 and 3. Chancellor of the Annex. Okay. I think I just run my Manifold Key into this Chancellor of the Annex and then get a Thorn down. That's gonna stop their Moxen at least. Wasteland. That's really good here. It's so good here. Our deck is just not going to have any mana, and we're going to lose. This was something I was worried about. This is another reason a Crucible is really nice. Caracas. All right, well, we've lost this game. Even if we draw a workshop this turn, I think it's not enough. I'm never really going to mulligan my hand, but I'm just going to straight up lose by playing it, which is not great. Did they just try to play a Trinisphere? Oh, Archon, sure. Awesome. Man, this reminds me how much playing Workshop is not my cup of tea. I'll concede to an initiative creature for sure. What is that? Oh, yeah, this is a card we're going to do some brewing with as well. Dauntless Dismantler. New card from Ixalan. It's a very much a Brian Kelly special. Artifacts your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped, and also it has a little bit of a engineered explosives Gorilla Shaman style effect here with XX white, destroy each artifact with mana value X, sacrificing it. It's also a 1/4, pretty strong. Okay. Works very well with Luris. Agreed. I don't really feel like this is a good card in mono white, is my opinion. You don't really want a 1/4 body in mono white. Destroying each mana, like destroying a bunch of Moxen with this card is not actually good in mono white, right? I forgot to bounce this thing with Caracas because I was F6. That doesn't matter. I think this is more of a Luris card than anything else. But yeah, so we lost the entire game on turn 1 Wasteland, which is why Wasteland is one of the strongest unrestricted lands in Vintage. We actually don't have any removal at all on our sideboard. There are no dismembers. So I guess we are just bringing in Shadow Spear, Steel Hellkite, maybe a Needle, maybe not a Needle. Maybe this Ensnaring Bridge is good here. Steel Hellkite is removal, sure. We're going to take out Thorn. I feel like we need to... I don't know. Initiative is like so bad against them. Yeah, maybe Paradox Engine is not very good. No, Ring has got to be great against them. Ring's got to be good, right? I mean, we're still on the play. Trinisphere's probably still good on the play. Maybe I'll just take this Golos out. I don't know. No, I kind of want spheres on the play. I think on the draw, I was going to take some spheres out is my plan. Yeah, this hand is a little unfortunate. But we're just going to go Workshop Sphere. If they want to Wasteland us, we'll still be fine. We're in a bit better of a spot against Wasteland this time. I don't think you can lead turn 1 Crucible here and be happy. Though if we get Chancellored, we're in like kind of a rough spot. Yep, we got Chancellored. I guess we can just play out a... Just play out a wasteland. Man, this just stops everything we're trying to do, huh? This is crazy. This Chancellor is just nuts. Okay. Looks like they don't have a super strong hand, though. Maybe we can draw a Moxen to help us through here. Plains. Okay. The Chrome Mox. If they have Chromox Ancient Tomb, it'd be really bad. Chromox Mana Crypt? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get this Workshop in play and have this Shadow Sphere eat my counter here. That way I can play a spell next turn. Just play Wormcoil. How are we doing that? In what world are we doing that? Dahlia, sure. And Wasteland number 2? Man, Wasteland is so broken. Just these games are not close. Can't play Sphere here anyways. So let's just go Wasteland, I guess. I thought our hand was kind of reasonable, but we just got completely blown out of the water. I guess if they don't follow up with an initiative creature, the game is not lost yet, but... So I think we play Academy and Mox Opal. Then that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 mana next turn. We can play Crucible. Don't think so. I don't think we're okay. We are not okay. Wait, we're not gonna be able to get underneath here because we can only play 1 spell a turn, right? I currently make 4 mana. Yeah, but we're just dead. Like, we take 6 and then we take 4 and we die. It's not bridge is a trap. It's just we're dead. We can never get under the bridge. We can only cast 1 spell each turn. And even if we play a Wormcoil Engine next turn, we are dead on board. Unless unless we still can't get under the bridge though. And we cut a lot of our combos, right? Like, what combination of cards gets us out of this game? I mean, the One Ring is probably the only card that actually got us a turn, but there's no combination of cards that gets us out of this game, right? Because we can only play 1 card every turn. I'm pretty sure there are just no cards in our deck that gets us out of this, right? Nah, there's no Tangle Wire in here. Because I can't play like a Worm Coil and a Ring in the same turn, right? Don't think bouncing a Thalia matters either. The Thalia is irrelevant. The problem card is Archon. They should just destroy this mana crypt. Yeah, I don't think there's actually an out here. Like, we have to play a ring every turn for the rest of the game, right? Well. Yeah, but ringing into rings still doesn't do anything, though. I could have played a spell land. With what? Where's my spell land? Where? Oh, that's what. Chess. Stop and think for 1 second. If I do not play a one ring, I immediately die. Jeez. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to just get things down in time. My opponent also didn't draw any initiative creatures, though, so it's not like this was super fast. All right. We've been vanquished. That was really just a series of unfortunate events, for sure. All right, we've found kinda is known to play stickers and things. Might be a dinosaur matchup here. Let's see what happens. This sphere looks very bad into our hand, so I'm not going to cast this sphere. I'm just going to go Saga Manival and hope I don't get Vigored. If we draw Moxen next turn, we can go off, right? We can just go Plains, Engine, Mox, untap, Tome, untap, Guardian, untap. That is a Jurassic Park land. That is a Ruby. That is a Simian Spirit Guide. That is a Lotus Petal. Wait, oh, we didn't use the Simian Spirit Guide. And our Saga is dead. A classic scenario. Saga Gaming. I just can't play the game. If I give them the initiative, am I not just doomed? Pretty sure I play a workshop and I pass, and then I play a Bronze Guardian and hope it just brick walls my opponent for the entire game. I can't believe I played a Saga on turn 1. Why do I keep getting baited into these Saga decks? This is an outrage. It's an outrage, I tell you. I'm just being paid to lose on purpose. Simian Spirit Guide. Magus of the Moon. All right, well, how do you beat a Bronze Guardian? That's the question I'm going to pose to you. Basic Plains. Bronze Guardian. Your move, opponent. I am the paid actor. Yeah, basically. Paths of the Dead. All right, we'll start taking damage here. Moxen? No. All right, well, I don't think we want a sphere. Doesn't really feel like a sphere is what we're looking for here. I'm not currently winning this race either. I could play a Sphere and attack, but I think my plan is actually just make my land drop and play the Tome. If they want to attack into the Tome, it's good for us, right? Whereas if I play a Sphere, I'm like too far. I'll never cast the Tome if I play a Sphere, right? Oh, Mana Crypt. Okay. So we play a Mana Crypt and then we play a Paradox Engine for sure. And then next turn we can play all the tomes. Maybe I'm supposed to attack there though, actually. That's 8 damage. I don't know. I'm like kind of worried about taking too much damage and dying. They hit their 4th mana. Please do not Fiery Confluence me. What is that? That is a Bone Horde Dracosaur pitching Simian Spirit Guide. It is a 5/5 flying first strike. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. If you exile a land card this way, make a 3/1 red dinosaur. If you exile a non-land card this way, you get a treasure token. Perfect. Awesome. Great. Fantastic. All right, so I could untap this to take 1 less damage, right? I feel like I should do that. Because I can still play a Tome and untap all my artifact mana. Won the flip. Caracas. Is it a legend? Is it a legend? It's not a legend. All right. Tome. Untap all my things. Get another... I guess we're just going to go for a lethal Bronze Guardian. Should we go down the Lost Well? Or Forge? No, I don't think so. I kind of want to trade with this thing, actually. I think we just go down the Lost Well and find a good card off the top, right? Well, this thing will be a 7. So it will already be a 7. Okay, yeah, I can go down the Lost Well. That is not a good thing. Those are bad magic cards. Oh, I should have done this after attacking. Mother. I mean, they're probably not going to trade with me, but yeah, I realized it right afterward. If they trade with me, we're just winning anyways, so it's fine. Like, if they take the initiative and have a 2/1, I think we're fine, so it's fine. I mean, I take 2 more damage, right? But they're going to leave this back to block anyways. Okay. Yeah. I mean, needed a better card. They hit 2 lands. So, I mean, they get a dinosaur? Okay. All they do is get a dinosaur. Can you still cast it? Okay. You still get to play them. All right. Wait. They can just make chump blockers forever. This is broken. Who did this? This card's great. Shit. What's our best draw? Another Bronze Guardian. We might just die to this thing in 3 hits with a Crypt in play. Yeah. Not playing the Sphere post-combat would have saved us 2 life. Shadow Sphere is in our sideboard, I believe. Hell yeah. Thanks. I believe Shadow Sphere is in our sideboard. I wasn't ready for the dinosaur. It's my bad. How many Simian Spirit Guides do they have this game? 2? 3? Oh god, I have a mana crypt as well. Wanna flip. I drew a land! Alright. Thanks. Oh, they can Lost Well and then initiative. Oh, they have an Atali Primal Storm. Alright, should we let them Atali, chat? Do we let them Atali? I feel like we should let them Atali. They deserve it, right? They have an Atali, they're casting Atali. Dino Stompy, huh? This entire game is because we played a fucking Saga. Am I wrong? If we had simply not played a Saga, Saga just loses you games. Oh, it doesn't get to attack. Never mind. All right. So I have my own sideboard dragon and a shadow spear. Workshop would have made mana. Saga just fucking went away. Saga just disappeared and died. Oh. I feel like this is like a Thorn Trinisphere Sphere matchup, right? I don't know. It's whatever. I'm over it. We're going in. I guess Crucible's like not very good in this matchup. Put a sphere back in. I guess we'll put a Trinisphere back in on the play. Yeah, I know, but it's better than Sphere, right? Probably. It's definitely better than Thorn. I don't think like Simian Spirit Guide is a good enough reason to say Trinisphere is bad here. Isn't like Simian Spirit Guide a reason that Sphere is bad? I think on the draw, we're going to swap the Trinisphere for a Sphere. But that's if we ever make it to the draw or if we get dinoed again. My opponent's creatures were just so strong. I mean, our Bronze Guardian was pretty strong too, for what it's worth. What do we got? Saga Gaming. We're going to keep this hand, get turn 1 Magus, and lose. We're going to keep this hand, get turn 1 Magus, and lose, right? We got a mulligan this. This hand just can't beat a Magus of the Moon. We lose our Saga, and then our Caracas taps for colorless. What, do you want me to just keep jamming Saga and losing every fucking game? Like, what do you want from me? Zajad, what do you want? You want me to just lose on purpose by playing Saga? Don't play Saga? What does not playing Saga do? All right. I'm going to play it and we're going to win the game because Saga is unbeatable. Keep and play Caracas. What does keep and play? Think. What does playing Caracas do? What does it do? I can't play Bronze Guardian. So if they turn 1 Magus me and it turns into a mountain, I just lose. Better to just play the Saga, and if they don't have a Magus, win the game, you know? We're just coin flipping for fun. In case our opponent chalices us? Do you want to get chaliced and lose? All right, they didn't have the Magus. They only had a needle. So this means we get to play Bronze Guardian and we'll probably win. This is good. This is good. This is good. Bronze Guardian or Wormcoil Engine? Bronze Guardian's more damage, so. Why do you want to play Wormcoil? Bronze Guardian's going to deal 10 damage next turn. Also, like, if my opponent plays Magus on the next turn, I don't want to lose my red source. My white source. Infinite. No, it's not close. It's just Bronze Guardian for sure. Oh no. They drew Black Lotus. Don't hurt me. Which dinosaur is coming out of this opponent's library? Well, that's true. We can make it unblockable. These wastelands don't look very good against basic Dinosaur Mountain. This mana base is like Jurassic Park, Rohan. No! Wait. They fucked up. Oh, no. They messed up, chat. They messed up. Oh, no. You have not read Ward. My opponent has not read the Ward ability. So, Ward is pay 2, if not counter the spell. So if you target both of my things with Ward and you can't pay 4, it counters the whole spell. No, sorry, friend. Oh, no. Ward gets another one. Ah. Brutal. Savage. Wrecked. Another one. I feel like I just want a bunch of mana, right? Six. Boom! Double Ward. No, it is 2 separate instances of Ward 2, actually. Which is actually pretty sweet. Okay, so I'm going to take this transfer out, and I'm going to put the sphere back in, and then we're going to do the same thing again. Another one. I'm so happy we didn't lose the game. Chat was here for it. We played a saga and didn't lose the game. It simply was just a colorless land, but it's fine. Is Tabernacle okay to keep them paying for tokens? Not really. It's not really worth it. If we're getting hit by 5/5 dragon in the air, we have bigger problems than tokens on the ground. And also those tokens, they don't spawn until after Tabernacle triggers, and then they die before Tabernacle triggers, you know? It was like that's a pretty easy example of like overthinking a situation and like trying to like answer something that doesn't need to be answered. How does Ward 4 play different than Ward 2? Yeah, I mean, things that have to deal with number of triggers and that kind of thing. I think Ward 2 is like always going to be better than Ward 4, right? Double Ward 2, I should say. Tabernacle's a mountain, a legendary mountain. Ensnaring Bridge, Ancient Tomb, Ruby Key, Triple Wasteland. That's gonna be a mulligan for me. I'm gonna keep this one. We need to draw like some help, but that 7 look like a keep? No chance. My opponent like has artifact removal in their deck. All right, we skillfully played around Void Mirror though. I think stripping this mountain can be pretty good here. All right, well, the stripping the mountain did absolutely nothing. Blood Moon. Basic Plains. Had it the whole time. Wait, Void Mirror, Blood Moon. I guess not a combination, huh? I can turn my colorless mana into red mana. I don't have anything to bend, unfortunately, but thanks, Chef. Damn, they just had so much mana this game. What is this? Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 on target attacking creature against trample into turn. Whenever you discard a card, one or more cards from the top of your library, you may play that card. This card's sick. This card slaps. This card's so good. It's gonna be a standard all-star. I wish I could freaking Caracas it. Well, we're gonna have to draw a land. If we draw a land, I think we have a good chance. If we do not draw a land, I do not think we have a good chance. This thing is just gonna become a 3/3 no matter what, huh? We can't trade. I mean, we'll attack and offer a trade, but we can't trade with them because they can just make this thing a 3/3. So we might as well attack. I think we're winning this game if we hit a land this turn. I guess a non-saga land, I should say. Wow, they discarded a Magus? I'm not sure I would have discarded a Magus. Chrome Mox. That is not a spell you're wanting to cast. Yeah, I guess the misplay of this game was strip mining. Oh, they have a dinosaur too. Sick. Strip mining ended up being a real bad play. They just had infinite lands in their hand. All right, hit a land, and the ring can carry us. It's just doomed. It's still winnable. It's still winnable. We hit a land, we play ring, get the trigger, draw a land, and then we play an engine and we go off. Our hand just wasn't very good, unfortunately. We're not gonna have time to do that. We are super already dead. What can we turn this ring into? Nothing, right? Because we have no other 5-drops in our deck. Hunting Velociraptor. First strike. Dinosaurs have prowl. Sick. I have the Paradox Engine in my hand, so... Yeah, tonight, I mean, I used up all my luck in the important tournament, so it's fine. I do think there are probably series of spells that win us this game, right? Mana Vault. Mana Vault's a good draw. We just have to be careful because there is a Void Mirror in play. I can turn this ring into a Bronze Guardian. I'm not sure the Bronze Guardian is good enough. I can cast the 0-drops into the engine. I know that. I'm aware. We need to draw a Mana Vault, I think. Okay, so I can play a Sphere. And then I can play a Lotus. It's not going to help me, though. Wait, so what if I play a Sphere, play a Lotus, weld my Sphere for a Mana Vault? Hold on. I'm cooking. I play a Sphere. I weld my Sphere. No, I play a Sphere, I play Lotus for +2 mana. No, I need a Moxen in play. Then I play a Moxen. Yeah, then I play a Moxen and I turn it into a Mana. Oh, okay, hold on. So I play Workshop. I play Sphere. I use Sphere to play Black Lotus. I use Black Lotus to play Mox Sapphire and Mox Opal. Wait, let's see if maybe I need to hold this Mox Opal. Hold on. So if I turn my Sphere into a thing, so I think I need to hold this. So now I can't turn my Sphere into a thing because I need to turn my Sapphire into a thing. So I have to turn this Sapphire into a thing. But then I have not enough mana, right? Because I'll be at 6 mana and I'll play the Paradox Engine and die. So if I weld this Sphere into... What about a bridge? Can I get a bridge? I won't be able to get underneath the bridge, but I can get this thing underneath the bridge. I don't think a Manifold Key does it. So I think I play my Opal, weld this Sphere of Resistance, get a bridge. That's not good enough. Play a new Oswald. Block. Well, that actually got me pretty far underneath the bridge. I have to chump block, but that went pretty well. I'm glad I saw at least some of that line. Maybe there was an even more optimal line that I didn't see. My opponent drew Biforce for turn. Yeah, but I can just chump, and then I would take 3 damage for turn. So it was fine. I was gonna live if they had nothing. If they had nothing, I take 3. I go to, and then I take 2, and I go to 2, and then I draw top card plus 3, and I get a new ring. I'm pretty sure I win this game. But they do have like a super crazy draw engine dragon, so I almost pulled that shit off though. It was close. Maybe there was a more optimal line I missed too. Okay, here we go. 5th and final round. We've got a turn 1 ring with key. Always gonna keep this. Maybe we'll get some W here. This hand's sweet. Ring, key, untap, ring. Got a hell of a lot of mana. Could work out. Opponent has mulligan to 5. All right. What do you got for us, Mick? Okay, mana crypt. Oh no, we just got turn 1 oath. The good news is the ring stops Oath of Druids for a turn, so that might be enough. All right, solid mull to 5. As long as they don't have force backup, I think we'll be okay. Let's see what happens here. We'll go Saga, Mana Vault, Lotus, Ring. All right, so this gives us protection from everything. So it gives us protection from Oath of Druids trigger. So we actually have a whole turn cycle here. And we're going to draw a million cards. So all right, we have protection. We can't get Oath. They flip a coin. Then we go to our turn. Hopefully they don't like Elk or One Ring, so... We could even get like a bunch of spheres in play, maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see. Black. It's Demonic Tutor. Guess they could get like the Strip Mine if they're playing my version. Kill the Saga. They could get like a Beseiju maybe. Kill the Key. We can find another ring too and just chain rings to give us protection. I wonder if I needed all the mana. Forest. Oh wow, they have Oko. They have land Mox Oko. Tinker, even better, right? Wow. Okay, sick. This can brick though. Sick brick. Okay. All right. The game continues. That's a hell of a mull to 5, huh? Bronze Guardian. I think we have too many Bronze Guardians in our deck. I don't know, chat. All right, I will draw. Sweet. I will draw again. Cool. Having turn 1 ring and key is just so much, huh? I don't think 1 is bad. I think like this card is very powerful. Unfortunately, we can only play 1 ring. If we could play like a sphere and a ring here, I would feel a lot better. But like if we play 1 ring and it gets countered, it's pretty bad for us. But maybe we have just enough resources that doesn't matter. I mean, I have to play a ring because of Oath. I think I just leave this other ring in play, though. Draw my whole deck next turn. Yeah, let's just keep this ring. Just get protection. They do have an active Bolus of Citadel for what it's worth, but we might be just fine. You can just get rid of these white cards and lands. We have so many things to get rid of. Probably not enough lands to... Probably should have gone down to 1 land instead. All right, well, my opponent has a Citadel, but it is one of the worst Citadel decks of all time, and it bricked again. We're gonna win this game, aren't we? Hmm. 34 cards in our deck? Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll draw an engine. All right, there's an engine and a time vault. Should I try to bait like a counter with force? Does that do anything? Like bait a force with a ring is what I'm trying to say. I currently have 6-10 mana. Well, Time Vault bait would be bad because Time Vault is how we're winning the game. I don't need Time Vault to win. Are you sure? I don't agree with that statement. We do need Time Vault to win. We need the Time Vault with the engine. Like how do you propose we win if we don't take another turn? You just want to put like a million things in play and then they can't win? I guess that's probably true. Like, what if we just died a Citadel? I don't really know if I like that idea. Also, Time Vault is not a must counter at all here. Like, a ring is a better bait spell than a Time Vault. I think I'm gonna bait with a ring. I'll just keep this one. All right, my opponent did not have a counter spell on the top of their library. So the game is now over. Feel like we got extremely lucky there. All right, we're gonna bring in I don't know, a null rod? No, not a null rod. A cage, I mean. It's just a cage, right? Cage for our worm coil. That's basically it. Maybe a steel hellkite. Bridge? Why would you bring in bridge? What? What? What you need to try to think through it and tell me why you think bridge would be good. That's not how we're beating an Atraxa. Like if an Atraxa enters play, a bridge is not going to stop it. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. You would think reading the card would tell you, but it Atraxa, you know, is a bit more than her stat line. This is the kind of shop's hand that makes me so sad. Because, like, the deck just doesn't work if you don't draw Workshop, huh? This is my one cage. Maybe I'm just supposed to keep it. This is my only anti-oath card. Doesn't even stop show and tell, though. So, like, what am I doing here? On color jet for Thoughtseize, huh? It's okay. We'll draw Black Lotus and slam a tome on turn 1. It'll be sick. I mean, they should just take cage. Even if it's not the best card, none of my other cards do anything. Yeah, suffering from success. My own Thoughtseize coming back to get me. Underground Sea, Sapphire. Well, I want to strip mine a green source, but oh well. I'm gonna play Mana Crypt and then use it to cast my Manifold Key. I mean, they know my hand. If they have a counter, it could be useful to counter this Manifold Crypt because it's seeing it's gonna cast two tomes. They go down to 1 card if they do this. They probably are supposed to counter this. There you go. Force Pitch Atraxa. All right. Green Mox? Excuse me? Yeah, okay, friend. See you. I see you. All on color, baby. Into Ancestral? Oh, I thought it was Ancestral for sure. I thought it was Ancestral for sure. Brainstorm lock yourself. Do it. I don't think I would cast Brainstorm there. You have an oath against a shop's opponent, right? You don't need to like Brainstorm lock yourself. Or like have the opportunity to get Brainstorm locked. I think casting Brainstorm there is greedy. God, imagine if we can hit a Workshop. Probe. I really like this tome. I'm a fan. I can't cast this, right? No. Sag. All right, they're out of their Brainstorm lock. They need to draw. I mean, they can't cast Oko. They can Besage you. They can draw an Orchard, Demonic for an Orchard. We're about to start toming, so I'm never casting this card in paper. I don't have a Workshops. Unless you're bringing me Workshops, too. Oh, maybe I'm not even supposed to expose. Oh, I have to expose Caracas? Oh, no, I don't. What the frig? Okay, never mind. Wait, can I play 2 tomes this turn, though? Because I can go untap tome. I only make 4 mana, so no. Do I have a Shadow Sphere in my deck? No. Oh, they had negation. Okay, that's fine. Why would I bring in a Shadow Sphere? And what am I missing? It would be good for the Bronze Guardian. No, they top decked Force in blue card Thoughtseize and took both my tomes. You know what you get for that opponent? Time Vault off the top. That's a basic planes. Damn, that was so good. Tomes were gonna win this game easily. Now they get to Demonic for Forbidden Orchard. My opponent is so much better than me. They're so much better than me. They're so much better than me. Time Vault. It's okay. I have a Caracas. Surely enough. I have a Caracas and a Sphere. I feel like we can win this game still. Oh, I get an Orchard anyways? Thanks, friend. I appreciate the extra damage. Oh, they lost Time Walk. They really have to hit, like, some good stuff here. They hit a Beseiju and an Oko and a Black Lotus and a Show and Tell. These are all the best things. Those are all the best things. Those are all the best things. Who made this deck? They don't need blessing. I'm just dead on board. They just Beseiju my Caracas. I bounce this. Then they just Show and Tell it back into play. Well, then we put a Bronze Guardian into play, though. Maybe it's fine. Oh, the third basic planes, chess? The third basic planes? F6. And then Show and Tell Atraxa. Bronze Guardian number 2. Unfortunately, this thing just lifelinks and murders us, huh? Unfortunately, my Caracas wasn't an artifact, so I wouldn't have Ward 2, you know? They got a Force of Vigor. Okay. Maybe they mess up the ward again. Yeah, true. It's a possibility for sure. All right, take 10. Why did I need to bounce Atraxa? So they didn't play an Oko. I don't think trading one to kill it is a good play. Why would I want to do that? That doesn't do anything for me. They drew no. They hit the null rod. So now they can just turn off the key. Bro, this deck is broken. This deck is broken, man. It can't ever lose. Null rod is not fine. Null rod is game over, chess. That's not, no, I'm now, no. They have a Force of Vigor that they can play for free on my Urza Saga in my upkeep. We are dead. We're deterministically dead, chat. Why are you telling me we're fine? Stop. I missed you, chat. You know that? I missed you. It's been a long week without you. Draw a ring into the active Force of Will? My opponent has 10 cards in hand? The only way we win this game is if my opponent does nothing. Okay, well, that is not a good play, so that's good for us. I don't have a fourth planes. That was like the least good play they could have made, so. Why does this thing have Ward 2 still? It shouldn't, right? It's just a visual bug. Pretty sure these things should not. It doesn't look like they do when you zoom in on them. All right, my opponent left up 1 mana for either Vigor or Force of Will. So even if we were to draw a Time Vault, I mean, if they Vigor my Saga on my upkeep and then tap out, we can draw Time Vault and win this game. Okay, we have an out, chat. We have an out. My opponent also didn't read Ward again. Wow, Ward is broken. No one knows how it works. It's crazy. You can't do this. You can't do this. Still. All right, if we I deserve this Time Vault off the top of my library. Trust me, after everything we've gone through in this league, if I don't hit a Time Vault off the top of my library, that's not a Time Vault. I don't have enough to make it 12 unblockable. I would be 2 mana short. Yeah, 16 cards. I haven't been keeping track of what's in their deck either. They're at 5 cards? 2 attacks? I don't... Yeah, I'm aware you can construct first and make one additional mana, but it doesn't do anything, so I didn't do it. So I would just like give them the opportunity to not block, right? Like, why would you make the construct first and then just give them all the information to make the correct block? Like, what if they just think it's 10 damage, don't block, and then die? How would attacking unblockable have been lethal? I made lethal damage by playing the engine. Because next turn I kill. They attack in the air and they gain 7 more life. And then they null rod me. What are you talking about, Chess? I'm so confused. Another vigor. Yeah, it do be like that. They're at 2 cards, which is just enough cards. That is so sad. Wow. They live with just enough cards. They go to 1 card, attack me down to 8. Sorry, attack me down to 6. And they go to 0 cards and attack me for the win. I think they have a force in their hand, so I don't think we can draw a ring. They should still have a force in their hand, right? Here is where ensnaring bridge is good. It's not. Wait, they're tapped out. We can draw a ring. They tapped out for an Oko. It's game. It's game. It's game. It's game, chat. It's game. It's game. It's game. It's game. It's 4 1 rings in my deck. 4 and 42. That is basically 100%. Tap Construct Academy to make an engine did not give it enough mana to make it unblockable. I was tapped out after doing it. I would have made an additional 1 mana, Senpai. We don't. We just need a single ring. Right now, it wins the game. No, no, no. We should never have been even close to winning this game, so I needed the 5th planes. Unlucky. 0 cards in library. Kills me. It's okay. If they had simply done some of these other things in a different order and like not thrown their Force of Vigor into a random ward trigger, like there's just no way we were supposed to even. Oh, wait, there's more games? Okay, game 3. I definitely knew we were playing a game 3. 100%. That was something I knew what was happening for sure. Submit. I wonder if a chatter had previously mentioned the Krakus bounce might have been bad, but I'd have to go back and look exactly. Like forcing them to use your show and tell and all their mana, probably good. Well, that's definitely a keep. I can tell you that much. Ooh, we gonna get a force on the Thorn? Hello? Ooh. Got a force. Okay, all right. That's a hell of a draw. Force? No. Okay. What? They held it? They held it? Pain, they're so smart. Pain. Okay. I almost always let Cage resolve when I'm playing Oath because it doesn't stop show and tell, and you have so many ways to remove it. I have a pain emote, don't I? What did they pitch for the second one? Oko. Pain. No, this Bronze Guardians are the worst cards in my deck. No, they're not. They've been okay. The amount of games we've almost won because my opponents can't read ward is like really, really high. Sure. Yeah, no. Boom. Is it Bronze Guardian time? I feel like it is. We have a Cage in play, so they'd have to have an upkeep vigor. But it has ward now? Wait a second. It's a combination. Though they can draw their show and tell target and show and tell me. Nah, they didn't do that. They could though. They could activate their oath. It won't go into play. It'll go into their hand for draw step, and then they can show and tell. So there's definitely a downside too. I guess they could just do that anyways. No, they couldn't do that anyway because they didn't have a Bronze Guardian in play. Ring on show and tell is fine. This isn't a 2-turn clock. I'm gonna try to ring into a mana to play this sphere. Now they don't even get a no trigger at all. Big, huge. It's a beautiful attack for 12. Wait, this Bronze Guardian's the best card in my deck. Wait. We're just crushing. We're just murdering them. There's nothing they can do. Concede. Pack it up. It's untargetable, unkillable. 12 million damage. It's free. Our deck is great. He says as he gets the 2-3 record. Victory! Redemption. Boom. Okay, so that was kind of fun. Unfortunately, we got a little vintage along the way. We got beseech. We didn't even get beseech. We just like tinkered twice, and then we just got chancellored by mono white and didn't have anything to like. We just had like no moxes to like throw into the chancellor, so we just couldn't cast our spells and died to archons. We acted Fiddlebender only once, but it was very good when we did activate it. We almost were able to win the game. It was pretty cool. Bronze Guardian, when it gets into play, is pretty legit. It is still extremely hard to cast, and 4 does not feel like the correct number of Bronze Guardians. The correct number of Bronze Guardians is probably more like 2 or maybe 1. And then you can probably cut a planes too, which is nice. Maybe not, because you're still trying to play these Fiddlebenders. Yeah, I don't know. It's a workshop deck. The ring is really a really strong card, but this deck is not really good at using the ring besides the Paradox Engine. Like, the Paradox Engine and the key definitely make the ring better, but it's not like you're drawing into Force of Will or Time Walk. You're really only drawing into Vault Key. And Paradox Engine, right? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like the ring is in vintage is what these kind of decks want. It feels like the ring in vintage is more of a force of will, force of negation card, right? And that's why I've been trying to make these blue ring decks, because I think that the ring is really just like you need to look at the ring as like a broken Jace the Mind Sculptor, right? The ring is basically a 2023 Jace the Mind Sculptor. And so, like, putting a Jace the Mind Sculptor in your workshop deck is not really what you want to be doing, right? So that's the way I think of it. So I'm just not sold on these workshop ring decks that are not blue, because I don't really feel like you're gaining the advantage you really need. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the whole thing. I think the little changes I made here helped. Hopefully you can see how good Crucible was, Chess. I think Crucible is a super strong target for this deck. One of the most powerful things you can be doing in Vintage is looping a Wasteland, looping a Strip Mine. So sometimes that's not good enough, obviously. But like, especially if you put a Sphere down first and then you start looping a Wasteland, then you can really make people just instantly lose the game. Like, if you think about the amount of times we lost the game to a single Wasteland, think about how good like having a Wasteland every turn is, right? Yeah, so that's how I feel about it. Cool deck. Thanks for the dono. Check Chess Knight. If you want to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit your own donation deck list. I will be back at some other point, but don't miss the vintage videos on my YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will see you then.